The chapter of Preaching Tao, Article 44, The Three Essential Elements of the Universe, Energy 1. Xiefeng. October 16, 2008. Translation edited by Qinyu. Consciousness, structure, and energy are the three essential elements that make up the universe, and they are also the master keys to unlocking all the mysteries of the universe. The summation of these three essential elements, consciousness, structure, and energy, represents the pinnacle of human wisdom. No one on earth can surpass this peak. The wisdom of Christ, Buddha, celestial beings, prophets, sages, and science is all encompassed within these three elements. They include all human wisdom accumulated over thousands of years because they represent the ultimate truth of the universe and the core mystery among all mysteries. Energy. Energy is one of the three essential elements of the universe. The universe is a vast energy field. Energy permeates everything. Everything except consciousness and structure is energy. Stars, planets, mountains, rivers, trees, stones, objects, and the human body are all collections of energy. Molecules, atoms, electrons, photons, and nucleons are also collections of energy. Everything we perceive through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body is a manifestation of energy. The formation, existence, decay, and void of things, as well as the birth, aging, illness, and death of life, are all manifestations of energy transformation. All matter is energy, and all non-material is also energy. Therefore, the definition of energy is, any matter or non-material that presents structural characteristics through attachment to a particular structure is called energy. Energy is the ability to maintain the state and change of things in life. The total energy of the universe is zero. Therefore, energy is divided into positive energy and negative energy, with their sum equating to zero. This aligns with the principles of Tai Chi and the movement principles of both macroscopic celestial bodies and microscopic fundamental particles. Energy is neutral. The energy used by gods, Buddhas, celestial beings, and humans is not significantly different from the energy used by demons and evil spirits. Types of energy. Energy is divided into positive energy and negative energy. Positive and negative energies are equivalent. Energy that promotes the generation and development of things and life is positive energy, while energy that leads to the decay and evolution of things and life is negative energy. Any energy that promotes the generation, transformation, and manifestation of things and life is considered positive energy. Any energy that leads to the disappearance, evolution, and cessation of things and life is considered negative energy. For instance, heat energy that promotes plant growth is positive energy, while heat energy that causes plant decay is negative energy. Physical energies include light energy, wind energy, water energy, thermal energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, field energy, atomic energy, biological energy, and mechanical energy. The influence of ideologies, thinking power, concepts, thoughts, love and hate, aesthetic stimuli, images, visualized images, art, music, etc., are non-material energies. In other words, any energy that acts on matter is called material energy, while any energy that acts on the spirit and soul is called non-material energy. Thus, energy can be divided into three types: material energy, spiritual energy, and soul energy. No matter what type of energy, if it has not yet exerted its effect, it is potential energy. Once it starts to exert its effect, it becomes kinetic energy. For example, money in the bank is potential energy, while money withdrawn and used to purchase goods becomes kinetic energy. Power is also a form of energy. Traditional scientific research on energy mainly focuses on the physical realm, exploring and explaining material energy. As life genuine, we need to understand not only the effect of material energy on life and life, but also the significant effect of non-material energy. Traditional science measures energy as the product of force and distance. Traditional science defines energy as the factor that causes a material system to transition from one state to another. From a physical perspective, traditional science's explanation is correct, but from a life perspective, traditional science's explanation is incomplete. It can be said that traditional science's explanation of energy is a narrow energy theory, whereas Life-Echanuan's interpretation belongs to a broad energy theory. Conservation and non-conservation of energy. In high school physics, we learn the law of conservation of matter, which extends to the law of conservation of energy. All matter is energy. On a macroscopic level, energy is conserved. It neither increases nor decreases but only transforms from one form to another. The total energy of the universe remains unchanged, maintaining a zero state. However, on a microscopic level, energy is not conserved. In certain regions or locales, there may be a rapid increase or decrease in energy without a corresponding decrease or increase. For example, the total amount of currency issued by a country corresponds to its economic capacity, reflected through commodity prices. However, on an individual level, some people may accumulate large amounts of money and exhibit significant economic energy, while others may struggle to accumulate money and thus exhibit weaker economic energy. Similarly, the economic energy gap between individuals performing the same amount of labor can be substantial. The energy output is not always proportional to the input. The poor may continue to be poor, while the rich may continue to be rich. Numerous examples of failed efforts show that energy conservation applies only on a macro level, not on a micro level, and is suitable for the general population rather than individuals. Transformation of energy. Energy can be transformed. Only through transformation can energy exert kinetic effect. Energy that cannot be transformed only has potential value. For instance, a battery transforms chemical energy into electrical energy, a car transforms chemical energy into thermal energy and then into mechanical energy, plants convert nutrients, water, and light energy into biological energy, and the human body converts combined biological energy into bodily activity. An atomic bomb transforms nuclear energy through fission into light and thermal energy. Hitler converted people's mental energy into military energy. The ability to effectively transform energy reflects a person's wisdom and talent. The transformation of material energy requires time. Growing crops takes 2 to 3 seasons to convert nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium fertilizers and photosynthesis into biological energy. Working takes a day, a week, or a month to convert labor into wages. An artist takes time to convert their work into art and then extract the necessary energy from it. The transformation of spiritual energy may not require much time. A compliment can immediately enhance someone's mood and spirit, while reading scriptures takes a long time to turn the wisdom in them into one's own spiritual energy. Function and value of energy. The greater the energy, the stronger the vitality of life, and the better the ability to withstand disasters and hardships. Without sufficient energy, life will weaken and die. To live well, one must have enough energy to support oneself. To achieve sublimation, life must also absorb sufficient energy. Without adequate energy, all beautiful wishes and ideals are difficult to achieve. Therefore, absorbing and transforming energy is a significant aspect of life and one of the main factors in the evolution of life from lower to higher levels. Absorption and loss of energy. To remain energetic and full of vitality, a person must continually absorb energy and prevent energy loss. Energy includes both material and spiritual types. Material energy is absorbed through food and drink, while spiritual energy is absorbed through learning, opening wisdom, and aspiring towards a better future. A lack of material energy leads to weakness, fatigue, and illness, while a lack of spiritual energy results in lack of confidence, ambition, emotional coldness, and comfort-seeking. Overwork, disorganized living, arguments, illness, disasters, unhealthy interpersonal relationships, and greed lead to energy loss, while harmonious and orderly living can maintain long-term energy.